Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is, should Fox Sports consider giving Joy Taylor her own show? So that's a topic I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, make sure you check out Dreamerspro Max, an online sports community place you can talk about basketball, chat live during games. We have that linked in the comment section. And also make sure you click the join button to become a member of the channel. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. So I'm sure the majority of you guys, at least the sports watchers on this channel, know who Joy Taylor is from Undisputed, right? Undisputed, the show that started in 2016, which stars Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Joy Taylor was the moderator on that show, right? Since then, they've had a second, I think they've had two moderators since she left the show, but ultimately, she was the first one. She was the first one, and she was there. Now, when she was at the show as the moderator, I think she used to do a fantastic job, to be quite honest with you, for a few reasons. Number one, I think that she's a woman that has a lot of charisma. You can see it from the way that, from the way that she spoke on the show. She seemed to be a very genuine person. She didn't seem like her act was contrived or anything like that. It looked like she was genuinely being herself. She also did a very good job refereeing Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, because sometimes these two would really go at each other's necks. And I remember she was on the All the Smoke podcast where she spoke about how she used to moderate the show, and she said, listen, if you let them just get into their element, things can quickly go off script. So she had to be mindful of pulling them back in and making sure that things the show was moving in a particular direction. And I think she did a fantastic job doing that on that stage, right? Because this was Skip Bayless's big debut show after leaving ESPN First Take, and everything needed to be pulled off without a hitch. And I think she did a fantastic job moderating that show. Whenever she did speak, I thought that she always gave a unique perspective on things. I didn't get the sense that she was just trying to talk for talking's sake. I always thought that when she interjected and made a point, she always was able to bring a fresh take to things, and it's something that I really that I really liked about her when she was on the show. So I was recently listening to her on an episode of Speak for Yourself. Now, Speak for Yourself is usually hosted by Marcellus Wallace and Emmanuel Acho, who I like Emmanuel Acho. And these are the normal hosts. So I think for this week or so, for the next few days, she's filling in for some of the people there, and then it was her and Rick Bucher as well on the show. And she was filling in with Rick Bucher. And I have to say, when she gave her take, I was very impressed by her balanced analysis. And basically the topic item was that they were discussing was, are the Lakers too old, right? Are they title contenders? So before I go too far, I want you to take a listen to Joy Taylor in her element, when she's just really, doing her thing and giving her analysis. So take a listen to this if you guys missed it. Take a listen to her there.
Well, as long as LeBron is on the Lakers, I'm going to say that they are contenders. I know he keeps saying it's washed king and everyone's doubting him, and I'm not buying into that. I don't think that LeBron is washed. Now, I agree with you, Rick. The defensive part of it is a factor, and in the playoffs, late in the playoffs, we did see how valuable defense was. But I would also argue that health played a much bigger role in those two teams being in the finals. We saw what they went up against throughout the playoffs, and had everyone been healthy, would those two teams be there? We don't know. Obviously, it played out how it did, and we have our champion. But I do think that health is a big factor, which is why I believe Russell Westbrook is huge for the Lakers, because we know he's going to be at ludicrous speed every single game. He's going to bring it 100% during the regular season. And I do think that's something that the Lakers need, especially because they are the oldest team in the league. But I'm laying all this at the feet of Anthony Davis. If they're going to win a championship, if they're truly going to be contenders, it's on Anthony Davis. He's the fourth youngest player on this team at 28. He's the guy.
Are you comfortable doing that?
No, but that's what it is.
Okay.
Like, this is what they have assembled. So if they are going to be contenders, if I'm going to assume that Anthony Davis is going to be healthy at the end of the season, which is obviously a big assumption, then they have a chance to win a championship because Anthony Davis is healthy. He is an incredible player. We saw what he's capable of when he's healthy. So it's not really about the rest of the roster. It's not about the defense. It's not about if LeBron is going to be what he's capable of at this point in his career. It's not about Russell Westbrook. It's about Anthony Davis to me. If he's healthy, they're going to be a problem. It's just a matter of his health.
Now, in that soundbite, I gotta say, man, she did a very good job, right? And what I enjoyed about her analysis was it seemed to be that her main focus when she was speaking was to make a strong argument instead of trying to sound smart. And this is a trap that we fall into. Sometimes we want to come across as being intelligent because nobody wants to look dumb, obviously. And sometimes we end up, walking into quicksand. We take a position. We know that the thesis of this position is not sound, and we still try to make it sound good. But with her, what I liked was that she stayed on topic. She made her points. She wasn't trying to sound smart. She would just focus on the argument, which is something that I really liked, about her analysis. She wasn't up there just trying to sound, smart. And as I said, this is something that a lot of us, including myself, fall victim to. Now, later on in that clip, she actually had a disagreement. And what I liked about the way she had a disagreement with others was that she was able to have a disagreement without being confrontational. Right? You could see she wasn't trying to show anybody up. She held her ground. And she was firm in her position. But at the same time, you could see that she wasn't trying to, make fun of the opposition. And I think that in a lot of these debate shows, I think that's the formula that they feel that, listen, this, in order for it to be really, 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 fun to watch, you guys have to really look like you want to tear each other's necks off. And I thought it was pretty interesting and refreshing to see that she was able to make a position, make an argument, stick to her position without insulting anyone. I thought she did that pretty gracefully, and it takes a lot of tact to be able to do something like that, and actually a lot of skill, to be quite honest with you. And she was able to pull that off, flawlessly. So from my position, as I was listening to her speak, I wouldn't mind seeing her with her own show, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't mind it, right? I wouldn't mind seeing her regularly give her analysis and take on things, because I think, we need a breath of fresh air. That's one of the things we're trying to provide here at Dreamerspro. That's why you see a lot of the topics that we produce at our channel. A lot of people don't come up, they don't produce these type of topics. And when we do cover similar things, we come at it from a completely different angle, right? And I think that Joy has that ability to do things like that, because to be quite honest with you, man, whenever she speaks, she makes a lot of good points, and I wouldn't mind hearing her thoughts on a plethora of sport items. Do you think she deserves to have her own show? Right? Do you think that they should give her own show when she can really show us what she got? And to my final point, should it be something similar where like Skip Bayless was first on Cold Pizza, where he's a staple, and you bring on different people to kind of debate certain topic items with? Or do you think that it should be her and another person where they're going back and forth? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day, and catch you guys on the next episode.